let's look at the background first. So I'll be reading here. As people around the world discovered the atrocities committed against millions of innocent people in World War II, many wanted to create a universal statement of human rights. With the formation of the United States in 1945, this became a possibility.
Pause. I feel like you should highlight the formation of the United Nations in 1945. Or United Nations before 1945.
Formation.
Okay, got it.
Anybody else want to add anything?
Highlight universal statement of human rights. Many wanted to create one.
Also highlight one
And the atrocities.
Just a reminder, if I cannot hear you, you don't get points.
And the atrocities.
I'm going to underline those words in blue. Just the distinction. Okay, so this became a possibility. With guidance from the UN and First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt, chairperson of the UN Commission on Human Rights, such a document was formulated and adopted on December 10th, 1948.
Pause. You should highlight when, yeah, when it was adopted.
You should also highlight
Get the statement out.
Following is the preamble to the Declaration, which consists of a series of statements beginning, whereas these statements provide a rationale for the Declaration. That is, they say why such a declaration is necessary. Anything you guys want me to underline?
These statements provide rationale for the declaration.
And what is rationale? Could someone please explain that to me? Who wants to go?
Instead of reason or logical basis for a course of action or particular belief.
Okay. How does that apply?
It provides a particular belief for the declaration, like their own opinion on the declaration.
And why it's what?
And why it is necessary.
That's it. So keep in mind, you can underline what conditions are necessary for freedom, justice, and peace, and circle the text that describes the biggest goal of the people of the world. So, whereas recognition of the inherent dignity and of the equal and inalienable rights of all members of the human family is the foundation of freedom, justice, and peace in the world.
Pause. Can you highlight that?
Highlight human rights of all members, human family.
Highlight the entire
Sorry.
Calm down.
Just one person.
Highlight the entire paragraph because that is the foundation of freedom, justice, and peace. That whole thing, and the words that you should highlight, like put definitions with, is
Damn, J-Lord, relax.
Don't take it from everybody. Okay, inalienable. I can tell you what that means. That's the only definition I'm gonna do. Inalienable means it can't be taken away from you, and you can't give it away.
Alright, anyone want to say something else?
No, I think she said everything.
She said everything.
I like the whole
She don't
paragraph.
give other people chances.
Not really.
Because that's
Pause.
one of the conditions
What does
of
inherent mean?
that's necessary for freedom, justice, and peace. So
I concur with Joshua's statement. However, we never highlight a whole paragraph. So, I would love to be taught what specific conditions in the first paragraph were key to the first section.
The first sentence. Where is recognition?
Well, that's a good question.
no,
of
man, I know
inherent
it's
dignity.
the recognition of the inherent. Oh, sorry.
His picture.
All members of the human family is the foundation of freedom, justice,
declaration of inherent dignity and equal and inalienable rights.
That's the entire paragraph.
No, you're not doing rights. Oh wait, you are. Oh, it's not. Well, the of is not gonna be highlighted.
It's the whole paragraph.
Oh my god.
Just highlight foundation of freedom, justice, and peace.
Pause just for me. Pause just for me. Now, do you have to highlight freedom, justice, and peace?
No.
Or underline it? No. You are only underlining the conditions. So what are the conditions? Exactly as Mr. Graham stated. The first is the inherent dignity, correct? And the second is what?
The inalienable rights.
Equal and inalienable rights. Am I correct in that understanding?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Whereas disregard and contempt for human rights have resulted in barbarous acts which have outraged the conscience of mankind, and the advent of a world in which human beings shall enjoy freedom of speech and belief and freedom from fear and want has been proclaimed as the highest aspiration of the common people.
Pause. You should highlight whereas, like the first sentence where it stops at mankind, because it's basically a counter argument saying that if you don't have respect or if there's no human rights for your fellow man, then there is no such thing as freedom, justice, and peace in the world.
Continue.
I feel like you should highlight the word barbarous, which means savagely cruel or exceedingly brutal. I feel like it helped me understand what acts shouldn't be.
You're gonna say something? It's okay. Alright. And what did you want me to underline? Oh wait.
Me?
In which human beings shall enjoy freedom of speech and belief, because that was proclaimed as the highest aspiration of the common people.
Okay.
Also, you should highlight advent, which means the arrival of a notable person, thing, or an event.
Alright. And yours was again?
I said highlight from whereas to mankind.
To mankind.
Yeah.
William?
I think you should circle the statement, a world in which human beings shall enjoy freedom of speech and belief and freedom of fear and want has been proclaimed as the highest aspiration of the common people. Because I just think that that's like the largest goal of the people.
You can only circle it.
But Miss Ellis giving him the okay.
Circle the text, not just the word.
Yeah.
So this may be just a technicality here, people. If it's not letting us circle, that's fine. We can just highlight it in another color.
I'll put it in
Because,
pink.
perfect. Because Mr. Foster is correct, right? That is a goal, right? Because aspiration means what?
You're aspiring.
Goal, right? Okay? That was the context clue that we were looking for. Okay? So that's our first goal of the people. Fantastic.
Anything else? Alright. Whereas it is essential if man is not to be compelled to have recourse as a last resort to rebellion against tyranny and
Pause.
oppression.
I think you should highlight tyranny because that helped me understand what the rebelling against. And tyranny means cruel and oppressive government of rule.
Keep that in mind, everyone.
I think you should also highlight oppression, which means to cruelty.
Alright, anything else from there?
I feel like you should highlight human rights should be protected by the rule of law.
Destroy this. to violence, not to ever cause of last resort. Okay, if a man has freedom, there's no need for him to rebel, right? So, if a man's freedoms are taken away, he has every right to rebel. But the only way there's conditions of freedom is when the man doesn't have to rebel at all against tyranny and the oppression, and that human rights should be protected by the rule of law. No problem.
So basically, if the governing body protects your freedom of right, your freedoms, basically your human rights, then there shouldn't be any reason to rebel.
There shouldn't be any if they're protecting your freedoms. That's one condition right there. I think we should underline that, right?
Yeah.
Right. Let's instead destroy this and underline this.
No, not the whole thing.
Oh.
Never underline the whole thing.
Alright.
Because then it's hard to pick out key details, right?
Just underline the human rights should be protected by rule of law.
I think you should underline.
Oh, it's not to be compelled to rebel.
Underline. There you go.
It was already highlighted, just have it underlined now.
Good call.
Underline
The
not to be
human
compelled
rights
to
should
have
be protected by the rule of law.
Why are you shocked? Ain't like that.
Yeah, underline not to be compelled to have recourse.
You can't highlight the whole.
Because then I'm highlighting the whole paragraph. Let's just keep some little things.
Just keep it going, Steven.
Either way, we haven't read the whole thing yet.
Oh,
Okay.
Steven.
Whereas it is
Shanta had her hand up. I mean, this one had
just
her hand
call
up.
out if I continue. Just call out.
You didn't finish reading the part that I want you to hit.
What part?
To promote the development of friendly relations.
Yeah, I haven't finished.
Yeah, so
She
that's
just
my
realized that she didn't.
Okay, whereas it is essential to promote the development of friendly relations between nations. You guys find that important at all?
Yeah, that would be another goal, right?
Wait,
Swanee was first, though.
because it's like a way of saying like they're encouraging the peace for the world.
So you're saying that in order to have peace, they would have to promote, friendly relations between nations?
Yeah.
Nations would have to be getting along.
Wouldn't that be a goal? Yeah. Make it purple.
Obviously, Steven. War's a bad thing.
That's what I was gonna say.
Alright? Alright, everyone's good?
Yep. Keep going.
It's not a goal, she said.
It's not a
That was
goal?
a condition.
A condition?
So it's underlined.
Which word tells me that that's a condition? And I'm just guessing, because I'm a student here, but.
Oh,
Essential.
Teach me.
Essential.
Thank you.
That's my point.
In order to have justice,
Yo.
peace, and
Have it
freedom,
underlined?
right? It is essential.
Add a little note next to it. Can't you add a little note?
Keyword is essential.
It's a condition to have
Are
peace.
you gonna write it on the board or text?
Wait, you guys are scattering all these ideas.
It's a condition to have peace. That's the note that you're gonna add.
It's a condition, so yeah.
Let me see.
Put a condition. For peace.
For peace. Yeah, to have.
That works too. Swanee, you were answering. I have to record you.
Ready? Whereas the people of the United Nations have in the Charter reaffirmed their faith in fundamental human rights, in the dignity and worth of the human person, and in the equal rights of men and women, and have determined to promote social progress and better standards of life and larger freedom.
And then you can highlight reaffirm instead of confirm something.
Highlight reaffirmed.
also their faith in fundamental human rights.
Oh, can I add that too?
Okay. I'm just gonna